3位部长接受大家的采访，回应社会各界的关切。3位部长分别是自然资源部关之欧部长、文化和旅游部孙叶礼部长、国家体育总局局长高志丹。下面我们有请第1位部长，自然资源部关之欧部长。请大家提问。好，请北区那位穿黑色上衣的女记者提问。
谢谢主持人。人民日报记者提问：关部长您好，政府工作报告提出严守耕地红线，严格占捕平衡管理。请问，自然资源部将采取哪些具体措施来守住18亿亩耕地红线？谢谢。
谢谢这位记者朋友的提问。耕地保护是国之大政，事关粮食安全，事关民生福祉。党的18大以来，经过全社会的共同努力，我们牢牢守住了18亿亩的耕地红线，为粮食连续丰收提供了重要支撑。今年政府工作报告和中央1号文件对耕地保护都提出了明确的要求，我们要认真抓好落实。特别是要全面提升数量、质量、生态相结合的耕地保护效能。重点要做好3件事儿：第一，要稳数量、强监管，要以国土空间规划确定的耕地保有量为目标，加快构建耕地保护一张图管理体系，通过落地上图、以图管地，推动耕地保护向智能化转型，切实做到心中有数、心里有底。同时要强化占捕平衡管理，明确占捕平衡的空间，拓展占捕平衡的来源，确保占1亩补1亩，确保耕地补足补优。在工作中要严防占多补少、占优补劣、弄虚作假。第二呢，要提质量、优布局。根据国土空间规划的总体布局，
resources nearby, we need to think about how to better leverage that kind of the resources to the best effect and usage. By doing so, we would like to create that beautiful landscape so people could enjoy that beautiful landscape and also recall their childhood memory. I believe it could be a new fashion for the people. Some wrongdoing, especially that impact people's well-being and also damage the natural resources and ecology, we should also punish these kind of activities in order to protect people's rights. And we know that this is actually a hard job to do, and we also need to take the toughest measure to protect our arable land. And also for the whole society, we also need to keep our awareness of that this arable land is very valuable, and we need to make sure that for each and every move of the land they use for their best purpose. And we should need to ensure that all these arable land evolve at the right line and make sure that the football is safely held in our hands. Thank you.
Question, please. 谢谢主持人。文汇报记者提问，关部
Thank you. I'm
长您
with
好。
文
今
汇报。
年要推动三北工程标志性战役取得重要。
This year we are going to make important breakthroughs regarding the Three North Shadow Belt, and can you tell us the latest progress in this regard? Thank you for your question. The Three North Shadow Belt program is a national initiative, and it's a milestone of China's ecological efforts. In 2013, when President Xi Jinping was visiting Bayan of Inner Mongolia, he called for all the Chinese to create even a greater miracle in Shadow Belt. Over years, thanks to the unified leadership from the central government, government agencies at different levels, and the state-owned enterprises as well as the private sector have worked together to finish an area of 720,000 in the northwestern part of the country. We have initiated a number of key programs which are well underway, and in the Kachin Desert, the Gobi Desert is being turned back into grassland. In Kubuchi, we have delivered a grass belt that is 400 kilometers long. We have solar power and solar power panels which are reflecting the landscape of the desert. The second largest landscape of the whole world is now blessed with the green belt, laying the groundwork for systemic solutions going forward. The Three North Shadow Belt program in the new era pays more attention to innovation in governance models, and we pay even closer attention to the integration of social and economic benefits. We're using solar power to facilitate our desertification efforts. We also built more roads to counteract the belt, counteract the desert. In so doing, we are also yielding benefits to the local residents. We have issued a total of 150 million yuan worth of subsidy, which mobilized 200,000 people to get engaged in the desertification efforts. We also pay more attention to international cooperation. In so doing, we are contributing Chinese wisdom and Chinese solutions to the global efforts of desertification. At the end of last year, at the High Contracting Parties Conference in Saudi Arabia regarding desertification, we presented China's efforts and practice, which won great recognition from the international community. A number of new solutions, for example, desertification through road building and green belt, have won high recognition from the whole world. Entering spring, we have deployed more task forces to the front line. In the new era, we will remember the important instruction of General Secretary, act in a spirit of the Three North Shadow Belt, defy all the odds, and make sure that every tree that we plant can grow into big trees, so as to make sure that we can make meaningful and milestone breakthroughs regarding the Three North Shadow Belt. And tomorrow we're going to celebrate the 47th tree planting day. I sincerely welcome each and every one of you to get engaged in the Three North Shadow Belt activity. Let's reinforce the ecological barrier in China's north and tell the story of man-nature harmony. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's welcome the second minister, Minister of Culture and Tourism, Mr. Sun Yeli. Good afternoon. Now the floor is open to questions.
请南区这位穿深蓝色的女记者提问。
谢谢主持人。中央广播电视总台
With CMG
A question to Mr. Sun. In the past year, people has highly interested in participating in the tourism and the cultural activities. But for different companies, different regions feel the different heat of that wave. And some companies, they got a lot of benefits from it. But some people or companies saying that you could see this is a big wave, but we could really make a little from that. So what's your view on this? Thank you for your question. First off, I would like to take this opportunity for journalists for your support and participate in the cultural and tourist activities. Yes, indeed, as you said, that the heat wave of the cultural and tourist activities actually have been continued. You could see above the designated size that the companies and industries in this regard realize that 14 trillion RMB revenue and a 6% increase year by year. And we have 310,000 registered companies in this regard, 7% increase in this regard as well. You could see this show a very strong growth momentum. The scale of the tourist industry last year, we have seen that the 1.6 billion people traveled, spending 570 billion RMB. And in terms of inbound tourism, we received 132 million people coming to China for tourism. They spent around, that's around 90 billion the US dollars, almost to 100 billion. Of course, the number only reflects one side of the picture. Talk about our own observation experience, especially during the holidays. The ODA destination, tourism destination, said that all the people in the country came to our site. You could see the museum, the big concerts. It's really hard to get a ticket. And we talk about night school. And also people said it's really hard to make a reservation. So you could see that the income, the revenue actually is increased. And more people actually practice or involved in the activities. And also for the profit margin actually is around 9%. That's quite the awesome result for the A-level scenic spots and for the resorts, and also the revenue for the tourist agencies actually all have seen that big increase. The increase rate above at least 10%. Yes, indeed, as you said, for the companies in different regions, they feel the different level of heat. And also some companies in this regard also face some difficulties in operation. We also look into details in this regard. You could talk about China enjoys a vast market with a large number of entities. For each year, of course, there could be some enterprises. They did not survive and also withdrew from the market. For the culture and tourism industry, we could talk about the reason behind all this phenomenon. I believe could be that the consumption upgrading cause a diversity in this market. So that's also the different performance of different companies. We could see that people actually have a higher requirement needs of the cultural and tourist products. People previously they spend a lot on food, but right now they spend a lot on service. People before they pay a lot of attention on value, but right now people pay more attention about that, the aesthetic and emotional value. So people right now actually believe that I spent money, of course, for
各位代表，14届全国人大3次会议圆满完成了各项议程